goodness, because apparently I've gotten like 2 tickets. I think he would have given me 3 if it was illegal to drive with a New York license plate in the South. But it was a monstrosity of a car too. I had this huge expedition because they upgraded me because they ran out of regular SUVs. Anyway, and most of the time that he was talking to me, he kept asking me, I said, "You're not from New York. Where are you from?" And I go, "Nope, not from New York." And he's like, is this your driver's license?" "Yep, it's me. I know I'm not wearing makeup today, but I promise you it looks exactly like me. And and yes, I used to live in Houston. Here's my old Texas license. I mean, he was just like, we were laughing because then he started talking about real estate because he asked me, of course, what I do. I said, "Well, I'm in real estate." And then that just opened a whole floodgate of information and asked me. I literally connected him with a real estate agent in Slidell at that moment in time. Whenever you get pulled over, pull out your little real estate card and start talking real estate. So you don't get your ticket. Anyway, but now it's my little tidbit. So it's 2 tidbits. 1, always talk about real estate, and 2, don't rent a car with a license plate from the north if you're going to be driving down the south. For some reason, they just don't like it. It is what it is. It happened to me before, and I knew it was going to happen to me again. And I was like, it was just like bullseye. Wow. So funny. Anyway, I'm so glad to be back. It was love Houston, love the craziness of Houston, and did not love the crazy traffic. I just forgot about traffic. It took me an hour to get 15 miles. Wow. And y'all think that's why I don't complain about 63 miles in 45 minutes. I could do that all day long. Okay. So let's get right on to it. You can all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, those who are on our amazing Zoom world, and then those in the office. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. All right. So we're going to talk about gratitude. This weekend was a really, really awesome weekend to be grateful, right? Someone told me a long time ago to look at your life in terms of how many Christmases you have, right? And so, like most of us will have like 80, 90 Christmases, and then to measure the importance of every single year. And to me, I'm grateful for Mother's Day, because Mother's Day and Father's Day has always been a really important part of our family, and just a whole big celebration for them. So I look at how many Mother's Days do I get to spend with my mother, and so every Mother's Day is really important. So I'm just grateful that I got to spend this year's Mother's Day with my mother. So that's why I'm grateful. So what are y'all grateful for this time around?
I'm extremely grateful because I can finally say it. I'm going to be a grandma. Wow. Grandma. Thanks, babe.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it's a girl.
Congratulations.
Exciting. Awesome. All right. Anyone else in our Zoom land, please feel free to speak.
I got something.
Yes.
I'm grateful for several things recently, mostly everybody here, just as a group. Even though we don't see each other that often, I just know that everybody's here when we need them. I have also recently hired 2 new people, which was really hard for me to do, to take the time to interview and put the word out. But they're each going to have their own specialty, and we're just going to continue to get more business. This is really just by extracting business from my own database that I haven't been able to do. So I've got Elena, and she's on her way here. I want you to meet her. She's a potential licensee. She's probably going to be starting in the fall, but in the meantime, she's going to help me to start contacting those people. And then I have a new assistant starting next week. And Kit, unfortunately, is leaving June 2nd. So we'll have to say goodbye to her.
Well, say where she's leaving, so people don't think that she's just leaving you.
She is leaving. She's moving to South Carolina. She's got a great opportunity there that she should take advantage of. So
yeah, absolutely.
I support her in that, of course.
Yeah. Awesome.
Tammy is grateful for Phyllis.
Aww.
Grateful and thankful for Phyllis.
Awesome. We're grateful for you too, Phyllis. And we love you too. I don't know if I did that right or not. So
yeah, you're good.
Okay, great. Hey, anyone else?
I will.
Yes.
I'm a newbie. I'm Maria. And I am very, very grateful to be here, to be a part of Keller Williams' awesome team, and to be living my dream of returning to Florida. So I'm just so happy. Yes,
Yeah.
And I'm so thrilled to grow our business together.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you, yes, we usually do this later, but we can go ahead and do it. So this is Maria Ballinger. She recently joined our office yesterday, and she recently moved from Cincinnati, Ohio, where she has already a background in real estate and also her an extensive background in new home build construction. So we're super, super excited that you joined our team. So everyone will just welcome Maria. And yeah, so fun times, really excited. Had a pleasure to meet with her. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna go on. All right, so what is culture? And I'm gonna do this, and so that way these people can see. Can they see the?
Yeah, I'm also sharing the screen. So
Oh, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, just kidding. Okay. What is culture? So we have two things. So for our newest agent, we have 52 items in culture. And we know that if we kind of keep these in mindset and forefront of present, then we will be the best stewards of our business, and we will be the best brand ambassadors of Keller Williams, and really give our customers a 10x experience. So we have to keep these in mind. And then also have a really great co-op atmosphere with our co-op agents and a really good family environment with each other. So first thing is making decisions that are right for the market center, regardless of individual impact, meaning there is no I in team. What I like is also, if you remember our Y4C 2Es, S is we succeed, success through people, we succeed through each other, right? And succeeding through each other is sometimes there are times in which it's not, well, not sometimes, I always think it's not about I, it's about us, right? So what is best for all of us? And one of the things I can think of for us is our customer service to our co-op agents. So individually, it's best for always for us to be really mindful about how we communicate with our co-op agents, how we respect our co-op agents. Co-op agents are other agents we work on transactions with at other brokerages. And how we service one another, because one, we know our real estate world is small, and we will meet each other again, right? And how we act towards our co-op agents will also be an indication how they act towards other KW agents as well. And we want them to always know that we respect them and we expect the same type of courtesy in return. When y'all see this number 17, what comes out to you as well when it comes to there's no we, I mean, there's no I, there's we. What are some examples that you might have? Yes.
I talk to my potential customers and current clients about our office as a whole.
Oh, really? What do you mean by that?
Instead of just talking about myself, a lot of times it's we. My office, the support that I have here, the resources that are available to you, not just through me, but through our company as a whole, and not even just locally, but nationally and internationally.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Leslie, we're going to say something?
Well, it made me think of the ALC.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah. Great example.
that we are actually built an agent. It's a company built for agents by agents, and the agents have an input. And I think that is very unique, obviously, in our industry. And the agency is just living proof of that. It's an established system that Keller Williams has put in place.
Right. Yeah.
Valued system.
Absolutely. Because we know the best boots on the ground are the boots of our agents, right? I always say this whenever I'm talking to people. Agents will always be here, but I have no point here if there's none of you, right? So agents are the heartbeat of every single transaction. Agents are the heartbeat of every single thing in every office. And that's what makes it work, because what makes the office unique is the DNA of the agents. Absolutely. And you cannot support that if you don't always be mindful of it being collective and how we work collectively and individually. I like that. Next
Pat-
thing is, oh,
Sorry, Pat has one. Because of profit share, we all succeed if each of us succeeds.
absolutely. We gotta love profit share. I always have, I call it my happy dance on 21st, right? I get money in my pocket and I didn't do anything about it. So it's great. You're absolutely right. And that's why, right? And so if we all succeed and we all function at a high level, which brings us to the next one, following the model, right? When you follow a model, a proven model, then that allows us to succeed and reach our goals individually. And then collectively, when it comes to profit share, then when the market center has profit, it goes right back to you as you grow your downline. So when we say following the model, what does that mean to you? I think so. She's standing outside. When we say following the model, what does that mean? I feel super casual today, y'all, because I'm wearing pants. I don't know why. I'm just not gonna say that. That's what I get for having a dry real. I got home at midnight last night.
I love your shirt. Yeah.
Thanks. So when it comes following the model, well, what do we mean by following the model?
So the MREA has all the different models of success of the people who have come before you, so you can have a little less failing forwards and a little more tried and true, so that you're less likely to fail quite as often. Between the economic and, and hard, yes, the economic, all the different models that there are, the economic model,
Following the model also means to think big but act small, right? So here's a really big model, right? And when you slice it down, it gives you the steps for you to do. Creativity is great, right? And yet we're in a business that's moving so fast that sometimes we need to have a system in place to make sure that we can produce what we want to produce and add our own flavor as we get better each step of the way. That's what I'm following along. So that way we want you to be successful in you. Okay, great conversation. Right, so we have our inspiration award, and that is Jenny. So Jenny, you want to come up and do the inspiration award?
Okay. This person that I'm going to give this to, I've gotten to know really well over the last month or so. They work really, really hard. They think out of the box, totally committed to the market center. And I just see really big things in their future. Heather, yours.
All right, oops, backwards. All right, so let's go over what's happening in the market center this week. So tomorrow we have Bold. For those of you who are participating in Bold, who's here participating in Bold? Woohoo! How's it going for you guys? Woohoo! Okay. I think Heather is speaking for everyone. So we have Bold going in here tomorrow until 12, and I think the last Bold's the week after. Right, so next week is the last Bold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship.
It's a love-hate. Yeah, I'll see y'all in a couple of months when you're like, woo, look at this, it's finally panning out for me. All right, at 12 o'clock, we have Create a Consistent Transaction with Donnie. For those of you who do not know, Donnie is our regional tech person, right? So he's our regional tech director. And then if you've ever taken a class, who's taken a class with Donnie? He's really, really good. I know he's on Zoom, and some of us are zoomed out, but we want to zoom up, okay? You want to zoom up into this. He's extremely good and very knowledgeable. He walks through the systems, and he has a really cool background, so it doesn't look so boring, as opposed to when you have Zoom meetings with me. Either you don't see me or it's not a cool background. So do you want to talk more? Do you know any details about this particular class?
This one, he's talking about the pipeline, actually, create a consistent transaction, how to better utilize your pipeline inside of Command. So there's a lot of tools that you guys may not be using, such as automatic client follow-up, organization, being able to all the way get all the way to close within the pipeline. It's really worth going to if you're not using it to its full potential. It makes your life easier if you do use all the tools inside. So that's basically what's going on in this class.
So I will always say that, Command is a system for you to use. It is not the only system for you to use, right? But it is a system that's here for you to help you grow your business. And it's always being worked on, just like your iPhone. There's always a new iteration coming out, right? This weekend, I had the pleasure of being at home. And one of the things I had the pleasure of doing is helping my mom learn something new on her iPhone. I have never learned more patience in my life than helping my mother learn how to do an iPhone, how to work with something on iPhone. And this time it was I was driving back home meaning here, and she's like, ever since you touched my phone, you did something weird because now it vibrates and it doesn't ring. I don't hear the ring. So I'm teaching her while I'm driving how to turn on and off this little button here that she's had. And then I'm like, well, the side of the phone, not the front. She said, but I see the front. What? No, the side, Mom. And I'm like the side table, like the edge of the phone. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that we're always learning something new, and we learn it as we need it, right? She didn't have a use for it. Then sometimes we feel like we have to learn everything about something, and that's just too much. We don't have that time. We should learn things sometimes as we go. Hey, I need it now. I need to pause. I need to learn it and move on. And there's so many things that are going on Command. And right now, this pipeline, with all that's going on in real estate for you, you might need some automation stuff. You might need to learn some parts about process step by step of the transaction. This might be a good one for you to go to, because maybe now it's more purposeful than it would have been the very first time it was out there and you were trying to learn everything about the ins and outs of Command. Now remember, if this doesn't work for you, use something else, right? You still need to have some type of automation with your clients. You still need to have some type of consistency touching your pipeline. So if you don't use this, use something else, but either way, you're going to need it, right? And we're saying that we have it here for you.
So Command used to be a muddy puddle of water. And now it has become the crystal clear blue waters of the Caribbean.
Awesome.
So think of it like that.
It's getting
It's-
Getting
I will say that's a big one.
Yeah.
I would say now I could see my feet a little, and then
Ah.
but if I shuffle my feet, all of a sudden I see some dirt. I'm like, what's going on? But that's okay, because it'll settle.
It'll sound, it'll sound getting.
But we're getting there, and we're absolutely happy about it. Great analogy. Thank
Not
you.
quite open yet.
Red Day is tomorrow, guys. I am so excited.
Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Sorry, when Red Day, I'm just excited about Red Day. Red Day is Thursday. Red Day is, I'm so excited. This is my second Red Day here. I'm just excited because we have to remember, I don't know any other company or brokerage that says we're going to shut down every single office for one whole day, including international, and we're going to give back to a community that's been giving to us so much. We're pausing our businesses to give back what is most important, our hearts, right? So I really want you, and our time, right? Time is so precious. We learned that during COVID, of time and then people. And so when you think of Red Day, I know that there's a lot going on in your world, but just remember, tell your clients, hey, you know what, this is what we're doing on Thursday. And this is why it's important. And I want to let you know beforehand. And I bet you most of your clients would appreciate that. So at the end of the day, it can't always be about the dollars. It has to be about the people. And so really take that time and say, I'm going to show up and I'm going to give back to a community that has and will be servicing me and my business for many years to come. Go out and give it to your sphere and let them know about it. Look, if you have some co-op agents that you're working with, it's a day of volunteering. Have them come along and help us out. It's just about helping people. There is no competition on Thursday or tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow. Definitely not on Thursday. Definitely not on Thursday. And I'll talk about it a little bit more. But just come on out, volunteer, give back. If you have your kiddos that you want to come and bring. My mom took me. I remember my first volunteering experience was when I was 8 years old. I was helping her at we were stuffing Christmas bags and singing Christmas songs to the nursing home. So how important is it to start teaching your children young about the importance of giving back to the community? Okay. All right, Friday, most of y'all will be tired, so there's really not much going on Friday. Okay. We staff will be here though, so if you need us, we're here.
There is a class on Friday.
Just which class?
Standard contracts are on Friday.
You had it on Thursday.
Yes, it's in Thursday and you didn't put the right day.
Yeah, it was on Thursday. So I was gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Sally's class needs to be changed.
Yeah, it's on the, no, it's I have it with her on the 14th. It's the 14th.
Okay, well, for some reason,
And
the
that's
calendar
on the
is
calendar wrong.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm glad. Then we'll put that. So Sally is teaching a standards class. What time is it? 1 or 11?
11.
11 at 11 o'clock on Friday. So standards contract. She will not be here.
It'll be Zoom.
It will be a Zoom. If you do want the packet, so if you want a printout of that, we'll have it printed out. We'll put it up at front for you to pick it up. If you're not going to be here between now and Friday, let us know so we can print it for you. So that way you can kind of follow along. I always say contracts class are not just for new agents, and it's just for everybody, because there's always something there that you didn't understand before, or there's an interpretation that wasn't needed prior that you need now. So definitely make it a point to attend Sally's class. She was going to be in person, but she couldn't be. Yes.
That seems like a great way for experienced agents to touch up on their presentation as well. Do you agree?
Yeah.
The way that you explain everything, to hear somebody else explain something
Yeah.
might give you a couple different words that you can use.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I should do that.
Yes.
Just a comment. Because of all of the multiple offers that we've been getting, we have actually been putting and then falling apart because the buyer hadn't gotten to see the house.
Mhm.
We have been asking in the MLS for the standard Florida contract, and we're limiting the seller's responsibility in that contract. But I have found that 99% of the agents have never even written one of those because we got so used to using the as-is contract when we had the crash before.
Right.
They wouldn't even know what contract it was.
Yeah.
So we started attaching it in the MLS, but it's a really good way to prevent your contracts from falling apart.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the right to cancel. The buyers don't have the right to cancel. If you're a listing agent, this is probably a really important class.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, we're going over the standards contract on Friday. We are a learning and sharing organization. So if you have a co-op that you feel would be beneficial, maybe they're a listing agent of some sort, you can give them the link and let them attend the class. That's completely fine. Again, agents are allowed to come to any of our broker classes. Okay. Monday is Ignite, and it's not Find Your Business, so but it's Ignite. And then at 12 o'clock, we do have the State of the Region with Georgia. Georgia Alpazar is our regional director. So once a month, she will come in, and this is where all agents in our region, in North Florida region, will come together. She'll do updates for KWRI, our stats for the region, individual awards, team awards, and any updates. And then Donnie also will come and speak about any tech stuff as well as updates. So it's a really good time for you to zoom in. Some people have said they want to sit in here and do it. We usually have it blasting in here. I will say the last 3 or 4 times that we've done the State of the Region, we've had 2 to 3 of our own agents, Martina and Leslie, and Jen and Jean Whitaker, and I can name some more, who have gotten awards. So it'll be nice for them to have some props from our own local agents who are attending. So that's really good. And then finally, we have Blake on the following Tuesday. What to do in command. What you must do in command.
3 things you must do in command.
Ooh, you know what? Give us one to tease us for the rest.
Okay. Your commissions request has to be done through command.
Yeah.
That is super easy compared to green sheets. I know you guys are used to green sheets, but
And yet,
not well. Hold on. You think about when you're in green sheets, you have to think, well, what number goes here, what number goes there, all that kind of stuff. With commissions request, it literally lays it out for you. Put this number here, put that number there, and it just becomes super easy. So definitely look forward to a commissions request versus a green sheet.
yeah, I did a commissions request. They're super easy. And they actually let you put in, if you need to split it with a buyer's agent or a co-op agent really nicely, so that's really good. Okay, awesome. All right, next, okay, we're gonna talk about, again, Thursday, red day, details. Beach cleanup, Jenny, I'm looking at Heather when I said that. That was weird. Okay, Heather, is there anything we need to know about beach cleanup? Actually, beach road cleanup, but it was never edited.
Correct. So we are starting at KW, 8 o'clock in the morning. We have grabbers, trash bags, and then Tailored Inspections is going to travel with us with a truck so we can chuck the bags into there as they get filled. And he's also going to have things of water, and we have metal jugs for water that they Keep Charlotte Beautiful gave to us, and wear big hats with some shade because I have a feeling it might be a little roasty toasty up there, but it should be really awesome. We're just walking down Beach Road and then walk back.
What determines how far you walk up so you can walk back?
Time.
So like 8 to 9 you're going up, 9 to 10 going back?
Yep.
1 hour, right?
Cool. I just want to make sure that it wasn't like, we're gonna try and do 3 miles or something. Okay,
No goal other than cleaning.
awesome. Okay,
And where exactly are you meeting at?
here.
Here.
Oh, here
Outside.
at 8.
Yep.
Okay, great.
You're walking from here?
Yes. We're not gonna
It's
make it
right
to the beach.
there.
We're not trying to get to the beach. We're just trying to get the road on the way there.
Yeah, so what happened is that when they asked to do the beach cleanup, they said, our beaches are kind of clean, but the road leading there is kind of not. Could you help us out? And so we said, okay, we will.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing.
Awesome.
All right, shredding hunger. Now, Jenny and Leslie, what's going on?
So we have set up starting at 9. Is Jenny here?
Yep, she's right here.
And we have signups online and signups up front. I don't know if those are coordinated, the signups on paper. Okay.
Well,
And we're gonna be collecting the canned goods and allowing our customers and the public to bring their shredding from 10 to 1. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
okay.
There's flyers out there, there's flyers online, there's flyers that have been emailed. If you wanna go ahead and share it on your social media, it's not too late to share it on social media.
No.
You can get it out today or tomorrow.
Perfect time for a reminder.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's good to do a reminder, make an event on social media on your page
Yeah.
and put the flyer on there.
There's the
Yeah,
cleaning from
there's-
here.
Yeah,
Okay, so you can share our event that's already made by Blake, or you can make your own. And it's just a public service that we're offering.
Yes. So how it would look is people will come in with their cars. They'll see signs out front, right? Like posters. We need volunteers to stand outside. They'll come. We'll have balloons, and then they'll drive in one way. We'll have cones directing them. They'll give us their canned goods. If they don't have canned goods, they forgot, they can give us some money. So we'll have our amazing financier person probably collecting the money of some sort because she's our money gal. She doesn't get to take it home, but she gets to collect it. And then they'll drive around. We'll have a big shredder truck there, and then we'll have agents there to pick up the papers, documents they want shredded, and they'll put it in a bin, and the shred guy will put it in the shredder, and they'll drive off. And we'll have people there with signs saying thank you for coming. Yes.
And that signs reminds me that our artist in residence, Peggy, is going to help us create signs today at 4 o'clock, right?
They have 4 here.
Today at 4 right here.
Yes. So then if you can send out an email, could we not send an email reminder for 4 o'clock to sign? We'll make signs at 4 o'clock. We will be here to do that. And afterwards we will break fast. So then we will fellowship outside in the back from lunch. So lunch will be provided to us by Dub's Barbecue.
Mark Fantozzi sponsor.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was thinking, Mark. I was thinking his company, but I couldn't remember. Mark Fantozzi, one of our lenders, will be sponsoring barbecue for us in the back. We'll have barbecue and drinks. We'll be sitting outside in the back in the fresh air. We'll see how fresh it is.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll see how cool it is. Either way, we'll have music, we'll have fun. It'll be a nice time for us to relax and eat and hang out with each other. And I promise I've had my fix of barbecue, so you will not hear one peep from me saying how this is not Texas barbecue. I promise. 'Cause I had my fix. Yeah, that's not Texas. Yeah, it's not Texas. I tried that one too. Yeah.
I figured
I'm
they were
good.
from Texas.
But I had my fix this weekend, so I'm okay. My tummy is so lined with so much like Tex-Mex and Chinese and boudin and barbecue that I am good for another 6 months. I also have to go to the gym now, but I'm good. Yeah, so we'll do that. For Shredded Burger, please wear your Red Day shirts. You don't have a Red Day shirt, wear red. You can come by and pick one up if you haven't picked up your Red Day shirt.
If we ordered those, where would we get them? The front desk? Okay, come see me. Okay, I've decided that.
Yes. And on the flyer, guys, so you might want to reiterate this. On the flyer, it says that if you come, you put in your name, right, with a flyer, then you get to be in a raffle. And so we got sponsored to give an iPad as a raffle. So you can tell people, hey, it's an iPad that we're giving away. So that way, whoever puts their name there and they put the agent who brought them, we will give that contact information back to you. So that way you'll be able to follow up. Okay? This is just a really additional way for you to touch your people and thank them for coming.
And that's just open to everyone.
Every single person. If you have 1,000 people that come here, which would be freaking amazing. 1,000 people that come here, I can't imagine all that food and all that money collected. That will be awesome. And then whoever puts their name in, can just write it down. And at the end, we will raffle it off. We'll let you know who that person is and who won, and you get to give it to them. Plain and simple. Okay? And then that way, in all the other contacts, you get their contact information to follow up with them and thank them for coming and put them in your database for future businesses. All right, any questions? All right, and let's have some fun. All right, next, Jessica.
Hello.
Move this out of the way.
Okay, so hello, I'm Jessica, for everyone here who knows that. I wanted to say thank you all for a great April. Transmittal went smoothly, thanks to all of you doing what you're supposed to be doing, and I really appreciate that. I wanted to make an announcement about Phyllis. She won last month's Compliance Star. So if you want to check out my door, I have my little stars on there. So if you aren't really sure what to do in compliance, check out one of those stars and they can help you out. I really appreciate whenever my compliance is nice and cool. So I didn't really have much to say today. I just wanted to give a few reminders. One, I have Red Day shirts in my office, so come see me and sign those out and you can have that. I also have I sent out transmittal follow-up, so if you have any questions about that, let me know. And I wanted to give a reminder that if you have closings close to the end of the month, so the 25th on, even like the 20th on, it would be helpful if you could hand deliver those checks to me. The mail has been super slow, so I still have a few checks that I'm waiting on. And they just come a little slower now because of COVID and the mail and all of that. So if you could please hand deliver those if possible. If it's in Virginia, I understand. But if not, if you could bring those in, that'd be great. And yeah, I'm here for you guys all the time. Whenever you need me, let me know. And it's nice to be here.
All right, thanks, Jessica. Blake?
Okay. You guys are doing really well using Command for Compliance. If you haven't started doing it yet, though, please schedule a one-on-one with me. I'd be happy to go through your transactions with you from start to finish. And that way you'll be able to get a handle and understand what's going on. Who's had a one-on-one with me before? Are they painful? Do I yell at you or?
But it was painful.
Yeah. No, then if I yell at you, do I yell at you? Do I scream at you or anything like that? No. No. Not at all. But you're using it now, right?
Yes.
So sometimes it does take a little bit to transfer over, and that's okay. That's what we're here for, to help with you. So if you have any questions, please ask me. I'd be happy to help you. Does anybody have any questions now? No? All right, cool.
Okay.
I have a comment.
Yeah.
I was one of the difficult ones switching over to DocuSign because I was so used to Dotloop, and I realized today I had been using Dotloop at least since 2014. I don't remember for sure what the date was that we switched to that, but now when I get offers from people who are using DocuSign, I'm like, oh my gosh, they are supporting Zillow. That's awful.
You mean
Stop.
Dotloop.
Yeah, Dotloop. I'm sorry. Dotloop offers, they're supporting Zillow, so we want to stop that.
For sure. And I have a DocuSign class today at 1, if you want to come to it.
Awesome. All right. So next, Leslie, you want to come on up? So excited. Oh, Leslie, how can you not like your own picture? Say yes.
this part.
This is the power pose.
There we go. Absolutely.
You can tell your arms are going.
So I'm super, super excited that you said yes, and finally, because we're trying to do this twice now, so the third time the charm. Y'all, I just really want to talk to Leslie and kind of have her talk to us about her recent team success in their client events, and then how they're doing this year. I mean, y'all have been, it's just been explosive in your business. So first, why don't you just tell us about your numbers in your business? Like, what's going on for 2021?
Well, what is the date? Today is May 10th. It was last
11th.
month, 11th, okay. Last month, we met our entire production from 2020. So we've already exceeded our production from 2020.
Wow, awesome.
Wow, do you remember what that was by chance?
Well, I think total, if you put Luz and I together, it was like 16 million.
So what are you projecting out for this year?
I don't know where it's gonna go because I think we're really gonna exceed our goals. We have goals and we have them really visualized in our office. Our office is totally a wreck, but the chaos makes amazing things happen. So we have
We
these
know where
two-
everything.
we have two panels on our cabinets, and one is for sales and one is for listings, and it's like a mountain that we're trying to climb. And every time we get a listing, we write them on there. Every time we have a closing, we write them on there. And we are just looking at where we're at. We're about halfway to what our goals are. I can't tell you the numbers, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We've reached halfway, right?
Halfway.
So we're halfway there and it's not the end of June yet.
And then what would you say contributed to that?
Well, I will not say it's because I've been making phone calls to my sphere, because I am a culprit who does not do that at a level that I expect myself to.
But you
However,
do it.
We do it, and we do a lot of other communication, and that's through social media, emails, text messages. We do slide dial text message to people a lot of times where we are paying for a service where it will send a text message to our 785,000 people in our sphere of influence. 785 people in our sphere of influence. No. So, and then you got to be prepared for all the texts back, because they are texting back. They answer those, and we have client events, and we're doing those 4 times a year right now. And Red Day is one of our events that we're.
What are the 4 events that you do?
Well, we do a pumpkin event. It's always called a pumpkin spice latte event, and we give them pumpkins, and they come and join us for a pumpkin spice latte. And we've done it out here on the lawn before, and we've done it up at Dearborn Street at one of the coffee shops. We've done that one 3 times. The first time we did it right at the farmer's market on Dearborn on a Thursday. And we bought the pumpkins from one of the local vendors, and we had a table set up. And that worked out pretty well. And then the next year we did it in our yard here, and we had like 3 times more people show up that year. And then this year, 2020, it was COVID, so it wasn't so great. We had it at a coffee shop. I think we probably had about maybe 15 people at the most there for
That's
that
pretty
one.
good for COVID.
Yeah, but you know, it was a coffee shop. We all sat outside and chatted, and we bought everybody's coffee, and they all got a pumpkin. And then some of our locals that didn't make it, that are really our good supporters, we drove around and delivered pumpkins to them. And we do the same thing for Christmas time. We have really nice gifts for them. We have a big party, and the people who don't show up, we usually bring a poinsettia to them. We deliver it.
How many people attend your, you have 2 more. So, and then
Okay, wait
one's
a
Red
minute.
Day.
No,
So you do
another one's
pumpkin.
Red Day. What's the other one?
Christmas.
The Christmas, and we did the wine testing.
Oh yeah, we had that was our biggest one
That was
yet.
the best.
Of course, if you serve alcohol, they will come. In fact, this one scared me a little bit because we were really crowded and I didn't like it. It was outdoors, but still, the space that they had given us was not nearly big enough for the number of people that showed up.
this?
It was at the
Blue Pineapple.
Blue Pineapple Bistro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's so much.
And what we did was we got 4 different bottles of wine, and we had 3 different beers. 4 beers. Okay, they planned it all. Yeah, obviously, I'm not in charge of anything. So everybody just got a little, little cups and we would pour little cups for them to sample. And then we bought a whole bunch of appetizers and everybody shared, they'd have to get up and go up and get their share of the appetizers. And a lot of people sat down and had a meal there. So it was really great for the restaurant. And we just had a wonderful time. And we had prizes. We don't have expensive prizes at these things.
So we
A
get
bottle of
so many referrals
champagne.
from that one.
We get tons of referrals. We get tons of business. They come and they come because I needed to talk to you because I'm going to sell my lot, or and my neighbor needs to sell, or my mom passed away and now I need to sell her house. That's one we just have listed. So
I know it's not an event, but I've seen your social media live where you do drawings. You put people's names in
Oh,
if
yes.
they give you a referral.
Yeah,
How
that's a
productive has
different
that been?
thing. That's a different thing. So monthly, want me to move to the next thing? That's our 4 events.
Okay.
Monthly, we do a drawing for our sphere of influence, for people who give us referrals. And we call that the Sand Dollar Rewards Club. You know how you can have, your gas card rewards club, and if you use the gas card,
Starbucks
you get
rewards.
Starbucks rewards,
Yeah.
you buy 5 and you get 1 free or whatever. So we have our Sand Dollar Rewards Club. And for every referral they give us, they get a Starbucks gift card, a $5 gift card, and their name goes in a hat for a $50 drawing at the end of the month. So every month we have that, we do our market update and the drawing, and it goes in our newsletter. It gets emailed to everybody that we can possibly email it to.
So
And that works really well. I mean, we're getting a lot of people who we have people come to the events and say, I gave you 3 referrals and I didn't win yet. Like, we'll make sure you win.
I think you should get a prize just for
Right?
free referrals.
Right?
It is stupid, but
They want to win. People
Yeah.
want to win.
people like to, one thing that businesses have learned is that people like memberships of things, right? So the rewards club is great for agents, and people like competition, even though how small or little
Right.
that is or how big it is.
Right.
So you've kind of tapped into those 2 things into your business.
Yes.
So what made you decide to do client parties?
My coach.
Your coach?
Yeah, I'm in coaching. I've been in MAPS coaching for many, many years. And
Mhm.
and yes, it's $1,000 a month. And look at how much more I'm making.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'd be doing this without it. I wouldn't be motivated or pushed or given just great little ideas of what to do.
Yeah.
That other agents are having success with.
So how did you start it off? So then you just, how did you figure out who to invite, what to do, when to do it? Let's kind of go really small,
Okay.
because not everyone's at your production,
Right.
but everyone can do this at whatever production they're at, right? So there is not a reason why someone couldn't do if they so choose to a client party.
So I think if you were gonna do a client party, I would probably try to do just one, if I'm doing only one, probably around Thanksgiving. Because you wanna do it with gratitude. I mean, you're doing this because you wanna thank people and you're so happy that they trust you and that they give you referrals and that you're in their life and they're in yours. It's all relationship building. So I would find, well, actually, this is what we've done. It started out that it was our last 3 years of sales that got invited to, our first one was a Christmas party. So our last 3 years of sales, closings, and that's who got invited. And really only about 10% of the people show up.
So how many people is that for you? How many
It's right
for
around,
your
it's
first time?
the first time it was probably, he invited about 250 people.
And how many showed up?
I think our highest one was this last one, and how many was that?
No,
20
the first one, we have like 25 people.
at that Christmas party, yeah,
Okay.
25, yeah, about 10%.
Yeah. And then would you have said that was a good success? I mean, what was
Very happy with it.
Really?
Because
What
it's
made-
not just about the people who showed up, it's about that you touched all these people, and even if they couldn't come, they got a message from you, and it was a personal text. At least they perceived that I texted them individually,
Mhm.
and
How many touches did you do leading up to your event?
we have of 135, and do you think it's like 5 or 6 touches?
Before the event?
We did 5.
5 touches leading up to the event.
So 5 touches.
Between emails, Facebook posts,
Text
texts,
messages.
and
And we
more,
have
another
written
email.
Okay, and then, are you asking for business during those touches?
Oh, we have a postcard that goes out for that too.
Yes.
Do you ask for business during the touches? No, you're just, it's a straight invite, and reminding them.
It's thank you for
It's a thank
being
you.
Does real estate come up in conversation?
every single time.
Every
all
single
the
time.
Mhm.
Have you ever gotten a lead or a potential opportunity just from inviting
Mhm.
that piece?
Mhm.
So before you even have the event, you're already starting to get business?
Yep.
Okay. And then how about during the event itself? Talk about
Yep.
like how do you distinguish how much money to spend, where to have it, what's worked, what doesn't work?
Okay, so we try to keep our budget pretty low. We don't spend a whole lot of money. I think this last one might have been our highest one, and we might have spent $300.
How much?
We got up to 450.
Oh,
That was
450.
the max that we spent.
But then we also send a postcard too, so that's probably another
That's fine.
maybe $100 on.
Oh, so you include the postcard in the 450?
No.
No, okay.
So we're probably at
500.
500.
Okay, so let's just put a pause right here. You are at around a $15 million producer plus, and you spent $500.
Mhm.
550.
$550.
And that last one, we got a lot of business out of that. I should have known that. And I would have looked it up if I'd known you were gonna ask me that, but we have one listing right now that's 450,000 from that meeting. Those people have bought and sold with us before, but they've never come to any of our parties. They came to that party and told us, my mom is not doing very well, so
We got a
you're
referral
gonna
the next
be-
day.
you're gonna be listing that for us when the time comes, and it wasn't more than a month, and they had called and said, please come see the house.
Could an agent who is, let's say that they don't have as many transactions in their past,
Mhm.
right? What are some other ways in which they can reach out and invite, like who else would you recommend for them to invite people?
So I would look at your database and I would pick the people that are most likely to refer you business. Your closest sphere of influence, your closest friends. You can invite your family too. I just don't have a whole lot of family around to invite, but we invite Luz's family, we invite Faith's family, and yeah, we invite family. I do have a little bit of family around here that they always come to. So, and it also helps to have more people to have conversations with, and the people that are in your family, they love you and they trust you, so they're gonna speak well of you with your other people that are there. Yeah, look at the people that you talk to the most often, people that you've known the longest, that are local, that are gonna do it. We don't typically send a postcard to people that are far away. It's a pretty targeted postcard.
Mhm.
All the stuff that's free goes to everybody. The whole 700, in our
The sphere.
Sand Dollar Rewards Club and our bought and solds, it's probably around 400 people.
Oh, that one is.
Total.
Yes.
But the postcards go to only the local ones, so probably around 250, 200.
Do you touch an area? Like, do you have a farming area at all?
We have a farming area, but they're not included in the Sand Dollar Rewards Club.
Right, but are they included in would you include them if you didn't have the link for your client events?
Yeah, say that you farm, say you farm Grove City. Maybe you offer coffee at Coffee and Friends, and you send a postcard to all those people that live in Grove City.
Mhm.
I would say you could do it that way if you didn't have.
Or the first 300 people or something, however, like budget that or something.
Right, and like I said, if you get 10% return, people showing up at your event, that would be big.
At least I do showing you the budget.
Right, if you invited 300 people, don't expect more than 30. And I would say, if you're doing it to people that don't know you, it's probably gonna be less than that. If you had 10 in that situation, I would think that would be a success, because you met 10 people in the neighborhood, and now you get to add them to your sphere. They're not just your farm.
So
You know how
after the
circle works.
exactly.
Or haven't Mets moved to your Mets.
So after you do your event, during your event, do you talk business during your event?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a guy that I've sold a house for, and now he's a builder in this area, and he's like a construction manager in this area, and he brought his friend who's a builder to the event, and we have yet to have an appointment with that builder yet, but that is the plan. to
Okay.
Start working with that builder.
And then tell us about, walk us through your follow-up after the event.
We send out, we don't send handwritten thank yous, but we should send handwritten thank yous. And there's email thank yous, and then there's also the videos. We make videos of the drawings. Like, we usually have 4 prizes at each of those things, so we make another video about those prizes, and then we get to follow up with the people who bought them. And if people had questions when we were there about real estate, we're following up with them. It's pretty much phone call or email back with the people that were there.
And have you gotten business from the follow-up?
I'm sure that we have. I can't tag one in my head right now, but I'm sure we have.
So when it comes to one event, what would you say your return is in terms of business? Or
So if I spent $500 and I have one, I'm only counting one piece of business from one event, which is $450,000 under contract for way over asking price now. So
And it basically paid for that event.
it paid for that event. It's a $15,000 commission just on the listing side.
Pay for like your next 10 years.
It paid for, every party I want to have for the rest of my
Yeah.
Yeah, that one in a specific, we have 3 referrals.
We have 3.
3 referrals.
There's a next day phone call right away for friends that were not happy with another agent.
Yep.
Referrals people.
Yep.
And they already bought vacant land and they're building.
That's right.
And they're building at almost a $500,000 house.
So there's another one. Okay, so now we're at 30,000 in commissions.
And there's another one more, and I don't remember the name. But I know already that we
So we have 3 referrals out of
we
that,
have 3 from that one.
30,000 that we can just think of off the top of our heads.
That you spent $500 on. That's part of your 30, so that's part of the 36 touch. Remember, it was 33 touch, and the reason they increased it was for the agent, for the client party, so it increased. What are your plans for future client parties?
Well, let's see.
Like, would you do
We-
more than 4? Or do you think 4 is enough?
We've done a 4th of July party before. However, I didn't want to obligate my entire staff to be here on the 4th of July because they all have families. So what we're doing we're having a non-event event, and we're letting our customers know, our clients, our best people know that if they want to come on the 4th of July and bring their own wine and appetizers and watch the fireworks from our back deck, they are welcome to do so. That's a non-event event. Doesn't cost us anything except a few emails and a little bit of time.
Is there something that we should ask that we haven't asked about your client events?
How did we know to start doing the Sand Dollar Rewards Club? That would be the question that you haven't asked.
Okay.
So, Maureen from up at Lakewood Ranch, Maureen Legace,
Okay.
told me to read this book called Perk Your Sphere. And then Chase read the book, and Chase said, "Mom, you really need to read this book." So I read the book, and then we decided we were going to do it. We don't do it exactly as the Perk Your Sphere book says, but that was the basic premise on the Sand Dollar Rewards Club and the monthly drawings for giving a coffee. That's why it's perk. It's like percolator. So the $5 card for the referral, even if it doesn't ever turn into anything, and then the $50 drawing every single month. And you make a big deal of that drawing, and everybody wants to be part of that club. People love being part of that club. So that's the thing. You read the Perk Your Sphere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Jen?
More geared toward me, Leslie, can you talk to me a little bit about how you implement all of this and who is doing it and managing it?
Okay, so,
Because I know you're all extremely busy.
well, we have
So that's
our
what I want to know.
we have our weekly team group meeting, and if we have an event coming up, we'll probably have a special team group meeting, but we have a specific form that we use called the 135, or it's called the GPS,
GPS.
but it lays out every step. And we are using the same ones over and over. Now that we've done them, we have our GPS already planned out. That's your one goal, your 3 priorities and your 5 strategies under each of those priorities. So we lay that out. It's a blueprint, it's a map for how to do every event. And we're happy to share that with you and show you what we did.
So everybody on your team is actively taking part in doing these activities?
Well, once you have
Or do
your
you
1
have,
through
like,
5
one
in place,
person?
you turn it sideways and then you assign all of those tasks to whoever. And most of it is Faith and Ashley at this point.
Okay.
Anyone else have any questions? Any questions, anyone before, anyone from Zoom? No? Okay, thank you so much. Yes,
Would it be possible for me to take a moment to introduce Elena?
yes, but in a minute, we're going to do. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna do our words real quick. Jessica. I think I did something. Did I do this? Did I ruin it? I don't know. I keep pressing buttons and nothing happens. Okay, so do we do both of them or one?
I just have one on there.
Okay, perfect. I'll do this. I'll let you do it. All right, y'all. First of all, we had a really good month. So.
Obviously, in written volume for a single agent, in 3rd place, we have Peggy Coates with 947,000. 2nd place, we have Captain Bob with 1.1 million.
If you're here, raise your hand so I can. No, Peggy. Okay, Bob's not here. Okay. Thank you.
And then in 1st place, we have Toy Coxey with 1. She knew she had a big month too. She came to my office this week and she's like, Jessica, I'm gonna be on the PowerPoint. Never have a few, so she was excited. In written volume for a team, for 3rd place, we have the Alton and Costello team with a 949,000. 2nd place, the Wing team with 2.5 million. That's awesome. And as always, in 1st place for our group is Samantha Weaver Group with 4.5 million.
Number for a group.
So that's
I mean.
They were, Nicole she was on fire last month, so was Alicia, they were doing awesome. 3rd place for closed volume for a single agent is Bonnie Swanson with 9. In 2nd place, we have Jane Presley Whitaker with 1.6. In 1st place, we have George here with 4.94 million.
No. 4.2 something is one transaction. Right.
Yeah, he had $2.25 million transaction closed at the end of April.
Wow.
And he tapped in that one.
Yeah.
So, super proud of George. For our closed volume for teams, in 3rd place, we have the Wing team with 2.4 million. 2nd place, we have the Leslie Brown team. And in 1st place, we have the McCracken team with 3.2 million.
Yay. It's all good.
All right, in closed volume for the group, we have the Samantha Weaver team with 7.7 million. Wow. All right, in 3rd place for listing volume, we have Captain Bob again with 575,000. 2nd place is Jane Presley Whitaker with 609,000. And 1st place is Troy Coxey with 1.5. And for our teams, in 3rd place is the McCracken team, 525,000. The Wing team is 2nd place, 1.6 million. And the Leslie Brown team is 2.5 million. And for our group, we have the Samantha Weaver Group with 3 million for their listing volume. Awesome. Transmittal was super fun. I like the big ones.
Yeah. May's gonna be really, really great. You're in May, right? Yeah. May's gonna be really, really great.
I just remember units closed right there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, where's my highest?
That is our that's on Monday, the regional.
That is going to be announced regionally, so y'all should tune in for that.
Yeah, so we got Jen Clifford coming in with that one. All right, Jen, speaking of, do you want to introduce your newest member of your team?
Elena, do you mind if I give you the spotlight a little bit? I just want to introduce everybody to Elena. She is working with me part-time temporarily. And she's gonna be helping me to tap into my database and really start kind of implementing what you're doing, Leslie, and connecting with my sphere of influence. So would you like to introduce yourself and say a little bit?
Yeah, sure. It's kind of a surprise for me, but yes, it's my pleasure to be here. It's almost a surprise. I just found out about the meeting a couple days ago, and I'm very excited. I was like, yeah, please come. I want to see them. I want to meet friends. I'll be completely honest with you. My name is Elena. I am from Europe. I was born in Russia, but ever since I was a kid, I always end up taking the risks. Like my mom would bring me to America, and I would not speak English, and I would just be like thrown in an ocean with all the kids in high school. And then in back in college, same thing happened. I had to get some diploma, international like business diploma, and I had to go to South America to learn Spanish. So same thing happens to me again. I'm like, oh my God, my life is always like this challenge. So I go to another country, the same thing. It's like, oh my God, I don't understand anything. You know, I gotta learn everything from the beginning. So here I am in Florida, trying to figure out, okay, I want to start a new chapter in my life and do something amazing, be finding in a place of your dreams, basically. And then I pass by and I see a beautiful office. I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to learn about real estate and just like, I don't know why, but I feel like I want to stop. And I know it's almost 6 o'clock soon and stuff, and everybody's gone, but I'm like, I'm just gonna go and open the door. And here I am. I walk into the office and I met. And I'm like,
So you weren't responding to an ad or anything, you just came to stop.
I just don't, yeah, I just jumped in the ocean. I walk in, I'm like, you know what? I don't know, it's probably sounds stupid. You know, here I am. I'm not coming to buy anything today. I'm not just ready today, but I will be in the future. And I said, I'm trying to move in here and I want to be part of the big family and I want to learn from everyone. And I've done this and I've done it. I love people and I'm good at sales and this. So I was like, is there anything I can do for you guys today? So they're like just looking at me like, oh, well, we are about to go home. Well, just please tell everybody about me and I really want to learn and I want to work with you guys. And that's how it all just started rolling then. And Jen,
The next day.
she called me the next day. I was like,
I got a letter to Jen's office.
and I was like, this is meant to happen. And I said, I'm coming. That's it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, how many hours I'll, and just here I am. Just
You're in the right place.
Yeah.
Definitely in the right place.
Right. And I'm so like thankful for you guys giving me just like a couple of minutes to talk to me. And I knew right off the start, I was like, this is a people's business about relationships. So I was like, oh, that's amazing. I love it here. So thank you so much for just giving me an opportunity to be part of this meeting.
Absolutely.
I'm very grateful.
Just let y'all know, you're probably thinking, well, Danielle, I mean, I need an assistant, I need help. And so, I love to meet with you guys. And as I meet with you and learn your business, I learn your needs and opportunities, right? And Jen has been saying that she's needed help for a while now. And some others you said, so as soon as that happens, and Jen knows the KPA, she went through the career vision process with her. It was a whole process to make sure that Elena was in the right fit for her team. And so what we're saying is that I am a big believer in luck. It sounds like you just walked in luck, but I always say preparation meets opportunity. And that's what luck is. And so Jen prepared for this moment, and then you leaned in, right? And you just saw an opportunity, and then it just kind of matched. So we want to continue doing that with all of you. So welcome aboard. We're really excited. We hope to see you on Wednesday. And that's it, everyone. So thank y'all very much. We will be back to a regular Wednesday schedule with ALC and team meetings and things like that. Thank you so much for this change on Tuesdays. Now I get to change my rhythm again, and I'll probably be here on Tuesday. Try to do it too. Anyway, thank y'all very, very much. Have a good one.
When is the next meeting?
It's a second Wednesday. So it'll be June something, but not the first week in June, the second week in June.
Second
It's the
Wednesday.
second and fourth Wednesday in May.
No, she has her
Chip on
coach. Always in